What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Good to be back. Although I have to get back into the swing of things after missing yesterday, trying to get ready here. Hopefully, we have a good Friday, maybe a cliffhanger. Hopefully, not as filler as yesterday's episode kind of was. The preview sounded all right, although we were gonna have Joey and Vanessa today, so that could go either way. Usually goes the bad way. Deanna might be on though, so hopefully that's good. Hello, Cassie E. Welcome back. As usual, I will say that I am watching on Paramount Plus, so I am a minute behind anyone watching on CBS, and I will be typing notes. Hello, Embers Callie. Welcome back. All right, mine is starting with Haley yelling at Bill. Here go Bill Lyon. Hello, Larina. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Oh no, Isaiah. So thankful. Here comes probably not changed Leslie. Hello, Doc Backhand. Welcome back. Who says Haley is on the case? More people are starting to be on this case of Bill and Danny's. Here she goes again, turning over a new leaf. Well, at least Deanna has Kat to talk to, I suppose. Embers Kelly says Leslie doing more damage again, like she always does. Hello, Bobby Wobby. Cassie E says she will never turn over a new leaf. It's all talk. Yes. Hello, Kaiwan. I hope Tomas doesn't marry Kat either. Kathy says, oh no, Joey and Vanessa. Yeah, they are on today, unfortunately. I'd be good with Joey whisking Vanessa away off the show. Hello, Dee Dee. Hello, Devin. Welcome back. I wonder if they'll ever make me care about Kyle and Nicole's relationship. Shanice is like all of us when it comes to Leslie, thinking she ain't changing. Wow, it's Tyrell and Samantha on for once. That's what I say when Vanessa and Joey are on. My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed, just like Smitty just said. Listen, kids, the show don't have a budget to go to Miami. Let me get to the chat. Hello, Aaliyah. Welcome back. Cassie E says Vanessa is y'all's favorite. Naomi and Ashley and Grayson are the ones I can't stand besides Leslie, of course. I mean, you could put Ashley and Grayson and even Naomi, Jacob with Vanessa when it comes to who I would rather not watch. Hello, Cheryl. Dee Dee says, I have to say, at least Leslie was with her daughter more than Nicole and Ted with Kat. I mean, I feel like they were with Kat to an extent. I don't know why Nicole wasn't there that day, though. I think that was a scheduling conflict with the actress. Devin, happy that Tyrell is on today. Cheryl says Leslie moving in with Eva may cause problems between Eva and Isaiah. Probably. I don't know if I want to see Leslie and Eva living together again. Didi is happy to see the youngins today. Devin, I haven't even kept up with my big brother on Patreon. We still got what, less than 2 weeks till Big Brother starts. I don't know if I'm in the Big Brother mood yet either. Aaliyah says, so Leslie moving in with Eva is the announcement. I guess so. Cheryl says, Ashley, Grayson, Jacob, and Naomi are boring. They are. Kathy says, Leslie was with Eva because she doesn't have a storyline with Eva or without Eva. Leslie doesn't have a storyline, period. Kaiwan says, I'm thinking I'll call Danny the liar. She is a liar, lying to Andre anyway, or keeping truth from Andre. Yeah, Kathy, Leslie needs a real story. I feel like I've been saying that for 8, 9 months. Aaliyah says her money must be running low, staying at the hotel, and now there's no shows. You would think that her money would be running low, but I don't know if that's going to be her story yet. Dee Dee wants to mute when Bill and Danny are together. Let's do the same for Joey and Trash. I told them they don't have the budget to go traveling. They just want pizza and game night. Devin says, I call Danny the recyclable because Bill's about to be reusing her again and again. He's going to try. My problem with Bill and Haley arguing is it's not going to go anywhere. Doc Backhand says Haley's fake outrage is entertaining. Step up the poison. She needs to poison quicker. Something. Aaliyah says, I think Bill has been plotting to get back in Danny's pants. He definitely has been these last several months. Hello, Phoenix Rising. Welcome back. Yeah, please don't give Deanna a lecture about giving Joey a chance, Cat. Would it push Vanessa away from Joey? With her head stuck up his ass? I'm not convinced. Yeah, no. Why did they even put these two on the fucking episode? Why? Yeah, that's repeating, all right. That's all they do is talk about that shit. Cassie E says, Bill just has love for her. You don't love her. You talking you don't love Danny? Because he really doesn't. Devin says, any chance Haley gets sick of waiting for the poison and gets Randy to shoot Bill? I don't think Randy would do that, but I think Haley might want to eventually do that herself. Bobby says, I guess now the writer is going to try to get Deanna to like Joey. I sure hope not. But I don't know what kind of ideas they could give Deanna to try and take down Joey. Cassie E says, is Vanessa really that naive? Seriously, please tell me she will have egg on her face someday soon. I would like to think someday, but the soon part, not on this show. Dee Dee says, why do we have to watch Vanessa and Joey as filler? Couldn't tell you. I hate it. Hello, Marcus Molden, who says, Dana, don't give Joey a chance because he killed her dad, or so we think. Amber's Kelly says, there better be an amazing cliffhanger this episode because so far it's just repetitive and a bit dull. It is looking like it could be a filler Friday. Unfortunately, I think our solid 2.5 weeks are over now that the even cat stuff is over. Cheryl says Randy couldn't shoot Kenny. I know he doesn't have the cojones to shoot Bill. Yeah, although he allegedly got rid of Lynette. Devin says I should have skipped today. I already skipped yesterday. I can't do that again. So Leslie shot up Eva's blood pressure, I take it. That's not the reason why Devin, but when I saw that Ashley and Grayson were in the spoilers for that day, I said, I think it's gonna be okay if I take this episode off. But yeah, so far today is pretty dull. Marcus says now they're taking a week off for reruns. I hope it's just a week. Because with this show, they could take months doing reruns. Dee Dee says Eva needs to put her foot down. I hope so. Embers Kelly says here's Leslie again trying to manipulate Eva emotionally while spiking her daughter's blood pressure. Just like she used to do to Peaches, even though I think we're supposed to forget about Peaches. Kathy says, how did Randy get rid of Lynette when he couldn't kill Kenny? Please, that's what I was saying back then. Cheryl Hines says, I'm hoping Lynette isn't dead but managed to escape and is planning to bring Randy and Haley and slash Bells down. We'll see. It's been quite a bit that Lynette's been gone. Oh, Cat's gonna annoy me today. I'm gonna have to piss off the Cat fans. I've never been more excited to see Kyle interrupt something. Dee Dee says, I don't even want to see Nicole and Kyle. They are kind of another just filler couple on the show. Amber's Kaya says, I hope she isn't dead, but so far we have no proof of a body. That's true, I guess. Lorena likes Kyle and Nicole, says they look cute together. Bobby, I don't know why this show likes to rerun conversations, but they do. Devin says, I think the actress playing Lynette said there's some creepy reviewer guy that keeps saying I'm attractive. Y'all got to kill me out. I mean, I wasn't that bad about it. I mean, damn. All I said is I like to watch her. Could have said worse. Doc Backhand says, philosophical cat, that vision was powerful. She's also cheeky, asking Kyle about Nicole. She needs to lay off trying to talk Deanna into forgiving Vanessa and liking Joey. Embers Kelly says, I think Carlton is better. All Nicole and Kyle do are meet in the bedroom. But Larina says Kyle is not annoying like Carlton. Honestly, I don't like either guy with Nicole. That triangle was a bust. Cheryl says, I really hate that the writers changed Shanice's personality from being a strong willed woman to an insecure, needy one. Yeah, they did that with the Leslie stuff. Dee Dee says, only thing with Kyle and Nicole is sex. Cassie E says, opened. Sorry, I'm not sure what. Devin says, you weren't. I've probably been worse with Danny, Nicole, and Kat. Have you? I mean, maybe with Nicole, We all see in the comments that you like you some Nicole, Devin. You might need to go try and be the new man for Nicole. Aaliyah says, if we must accept one of Nicole's men, I'd rather Kyle. At this point, I don't care. So it could be Kyle, it could be Carlton. I guess I would care a little more if it's Tig, 'cause I don't think the storyline's there for that yet, but so Peaches is just still on some sort of therapy for months on end. You know, at least Isaiah does push back at Leslie. Don't worry, Cassie. It's all good. Bobby says Isaiah surprised me with that comment. Isaiah's been stepping it up in every way with Eva over these past few months. Cheryl Hines says, go, Isaiah. Didi says, let's see what Eva has to say. Will Eva actually stand up to Mama more? Oh, here go Haley. I mean, Bill just going to be thinking about Danny. Haley got her damn poison back. That does nothing. Bobby says Leslie's new storyline going to be breaking even Isaiah up with her schemes. Ugh, I hope not. Hello, Z Hicks. Welcome back. Embers Kelly says Leslie sees Eva as her possession, not her daughter. Lorena says there she goes with the poison. Shake my head. Z Hicks says Danny is addicted to Bill. Not as addicted as Trash. At least Deanna sees him. Oh, now Deanna's seeing her pops again. I don't like this storyline. I'm just going to say that right now. Bobby hopes Haley drinks the wrong drink. I mean, it's not going to do anything anyway if she does. How slow acting the damn poison is. Marcus says Leslie needs to go get her a place or even needs to move in a new place, or Isaiah needs to let Eva move in with him, get a place together. Maybe they are ready for that, unlike Kat and Tomas to move in together. Embers Kelly says, unless Heather or Deanna is in a scene with Joey and Vanessa, I don't care to see them. Agreed. Welcome back, DGF. Hello. Cassie E is asking why Haley is so jealous of Danny if she don't like either one of them anyway. I think it's just Haley's way of keeping up her facade that she's actually in love with Bill and is jealous of Danny. Aaliyah says Ghost Daddy Doug is back. Lorena says, what is this AI Doug? Yes. Cassie E. Isaiah told Leslie he doesn't think it's the best idea that Leslie move in with Eva. Bobby says, I don't want to see Doug unless he wants his daughter to seek revenge. Yeah, if he's just Casper the Friendly Ghost again, I don't want it. But I don't like the story anyway, because then Deanna's just crazy. Hello, ATC. Welcome back. Cheryl says, I don't think Randy gave Haley actual poison, just something to make Bill shaky and sick. I think that's a good theory. I also agree with Cheryl, who says Joey and Vanessa should ride off into the sunset together, never to return. Lorena, not that I know of. Hello, Be Wise. Yes, we are on the same merry-go-round with the poison that does nothing. ATC says be gone, Joey and Vanessa. DGF says gives this a thumbs up and a like. ATC doesn't even think it's poison. They think it's water. Cassie E says, I'm going to laugh if he does say Danny's name. That would kind of be funny. Aaliyah says Joey and Vanessa need to do a Blue Chew commercial. I don't know if Procter and Gamble owns Blue Chew. Kaiwan, I assume you're saying you want Deanna to take revenge for Doug. I mean, I want her to, but I don't know why we need friendly ghost Doug to be a part of it. Devin said, that's what I said when Ashley and Grayson kissed. Ah, now go take Grayson somewhere and get married away from the show. Yeah, some of these characters could be long gone and probably should be. I just saw someone say there's no new episodes next week. I don't know if that's true, but it might be. Aaliyah says, "So is Ghost Daddy Doug a descent into passions type soap?" It must be, because that's what I feel like watching it. And here he goes being Casper the Friendly Ghost. Well, this is the last episode for over a week. They chose a boring one to end on. Lorena, I mean, it's the real old Doug just playing a ghost, I guess. Amber's Kai says, I feel bad that if they see Deanna talking to a brick wall, they're going to know something's off and eventually put her in a padded cell. Kaiwan says Joey killed her father and they know it. Well, if Deanna's as psychic as she seems to be, she should figure it all out via a ghost. Lorena says Passions was my soap in middle school. Doc Backhand says more Ghost Doug, please. Good advice given. I don't like it. Less Ghost Doug. Isaiah gonna propose too? I don't like this episode, in case it's not very clear. Why does everybody think Doug looks that different? He don't look that different to me. Embers Kelly says Isaiah is a champ. I hope Leslie falls down the hospital stairwell, being selfish. Alvin's another one saying Doug looks different. I think he just looks better than when he left. He looks healthier. Marcus says Eva finally told Leslie they in her place, finally. Cassie E misses Passions. Aaliyah says, I like the way Nicole just busted Leslie being Dana. It's good that Leslie already gets called out on not turning a new leaf. Bobby says they're taking a week off because they had to spend extra money for the tornado, cotillion, and impaler raid scenes. That's true. They did spend more money for those scenes. Kaiwan says it feels more like a Monday episode. Now, this is one of Beyond the Gates' favorite things to do is have a filler Friday episode. Cheryl says, I'm so glad Isaiah is setting firm limits with Leslie. And I think through Isaiah, Eva is finally going to learn to stand up to her mother, even though Leslie is not going to like it. I hope you're right, Cheryl. Maybe Isaiah could be good for Eva to stand up to Leslie. ATC says Doug doesn't look that different. The lighting may make Doug look different, but he looks good. Cheryl says it looks like there's another man asking Ted for another daughter's hand. It's too much. What now, Kat and Eva gonna have a double wedding? Plus, we already have Chelsea getting married in 11 months or less. Devin singing a filler Friday song. Cheryl says maybe a triple wedding. Maybe. Yeah, Phoenix, that's what I read earlier. I wish they would have done that in a couple weeks when Big Brother starts. Looks like Isaiah just wanted to talk about keeping Leslie out of Eva's. Devin, no, I am not married. Lorena says this is ridiculous. Which part is ridiculous? Phoenix, I assume it's supposed to be a holiday week, even though the holiday is not till Saturday. But they used to do this last year too. Aaliyah says that was cute with the physical therapy meetup. It was. Embers Kelly says Eva and Kat on the walker still makes me think the twin theory is true. Some y'all holding out hope for that DNA story. I mean, it could always, it's a soap opera. They could always come back to that. Cheryl says the Duprees need to take a page from Isaiah's playbook and stand firm with Leslie. Maybe she'll back down. The Duprees don't seem to like to do that with people, unless it's Anastasia, maybe. Marcus said seeing both sisters say stop at the same time was awesome. It was entertaining. I should try what, Devin? Phoenix says, yeah, that makes no sense regarding them not being on next week, I assume. Dee Dee says, don't the other soaps carry on with their soap on holidays? Yes. I think it has to do with how many episodes in Beyond the Gates contract. They have more this year than they had last year, but I think they're still short a little. So I'm assuming that's why they're taking a whole week off. Good questions, Doc Backhand. I have no idea what Deanna looks like in public with her ghost daddy. Hello, Zachariah. Welcome back. Shell says Haley had better chemistry with Kyle than with Bill. I mean, yeah, for sure. Very few couples on this show had as much chemistry as Haley and Kyle Abbott had. Dee Dee, you'll have to take it up with CBS. Yeah, Zachariah, seems like it's not on next week at all. Alton Davis says, so what Eva confessed to Kat that she was right about her. What doesn't Eva tell the rest, Martin, Nicole, and the rest of the Dupree family? I mean, the rest of the Duprees seem to have moved on. Thank you, Marcus. Some of y'all didn't like the Walker scene. I enjoyed it in today's otherwise pretty terrible episode. Embers Kelly says maybe they have even cat bump into one another for a reason. I think they just wanted them to share a scene again. ATC says, I just want to get past Kat and Eva being pushed into a relationship. I mean, honestly, without them, clearly the show's struggling because now that that storyline's over, we're back to some shit episodes. ATC says Andre needs to bust Danny maybe in a couple months. Embers Kelly says, I hope Heather pops up at least. She back in London, allegedly. Dee Dee, I don't know where June is. I think the actress was shooting something else. Hello, are you talking about the rest of the Duprees? Devin says, I said this 2 weeks ago, but they should have been making important B and C stories to fill in the A story once the sisters started recovering. Yeah, I wish. I think they tried to do that with Bill and Danny, but it's a story that they're not going to want to move along quickly. Marcus, no. I try to watch Bold and the Beautiful sometimes and Young and the Restless sometimes. I've been falling behind on General Hospital these past few weeks because that show's boring. ATC says Martin is so boring. His speeches always are. We're all processing it, Ted. Nobody wants Tomas to propose. Leslie loves to make an ass out of herself. Aaliyah says, "So I guess Haley's poison doesn't affect Bill's stamina." I guess not. It doesn't affect anything except maybe little shakes. I guess they're racing, yes. Well, we're getting a preview. I don't know if this is for in 2 weeks, though, I'm assuming. Not a great preview for whatever the hell that will return. Let me see what y'all are saying before I go. Embers Kelly, Nicole said Tomas is emotional. Yeah, is about emotional as a lamp. Embers Kelly says Walker races of 2026. GB is tired of seeing Joey and Vanessa. Who couldn't be? Devin says Tomas proposes. Kat says yes, but she can't go to Puerto Rico with him. He still goes, hooks up with an ex. Now they break up because he cheated, but Eva stays babyface because it was with someone new. I say can't go to Puerto Rico with him. Plane crash. Tomas dead. That's what I want. Lorena says, "Why is Kat looking like she's on Squid Game?" She kind of does. Didi doesn't think Joey believes Deanna. Aaliyah liked the preview. I didn't, but maybe I'll rewatch it. Maybe to pull me in more. Amber's Kelly says, "Oh, the free clinic is being cut off. Tomas is about to have egg on his face next week, and yay, they did a time skip." Yay, I guess I won't be back until July 6th if we're taking next week off. ATC thought the preview was weak. Doc Backhand says, "Go Auntie." Leslie's face crashed. Dee Dee says, "Does CBS want this soap to fail?" I mean, they can't if they gave it 2 more years. Alan Davis says, "If there was a kidnapping story involving Eva, make the reveal be Laura as the kidnapper." But we don't even see Laura. I don't even know if that would hit anymore unless we started seeing Laura more again. All right, I guess I shall go record a review on today's not so good episode, and I guess I'll be back after the 4th of July week if we are taking next week off. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all when I see you.